Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WillStalker25 and today I got a brand new action figure review for you guys on the brand new Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder Korg Build-A-Figure Wave Thor. This is just named Thor. I'm surprised it's not named like it's probably not going to be King Thor because I don't think he's going to be a king armored Thor or something like this. But this is Thor. This is him in his very cool new armor that we're probably gonna see in the movie, like his new very like godly looking armor. Um, it's a very awesome figure. Now one thing I do notice with mine is I believe one of the ankles was a little weird on this guy too. But it's a very awesome figure. I really like it. One thing I do hate is this very limp and sad, pathetic looking Stormbreaker. They need to switch this plastic up. It needs to be thicker. It needs to be more sturdy. There's no excuse why this thing should be for less than a week of being held in Thor's hand. It should look like this. There's no excuse for this. This is, in my opinion, ridiculous and annoying, and I hate this dumb sculpt. It should be bigger too. I feel like this is like the whole handle should just be thicker, and the whole head of the hammer and axe part should be bigger as well. New sculpt Hasbro, please. New sculpt for this thing. I don't like this sculpt. At least just upscale it, make it a little bit bigger and thicker. But Thor himself, though, is an awesome looking figure. There's a little black speck in there, so when I take the helmet off later for some head swaps, we'll see if we can get that out. But very nice sculpt work. The back of the figure is very plain though, as you can see underneath the cape there. But I like the chainmail look on the arms. I think the arms should maybe be a little bit bigger. They look a little small for Thor. He's usually a bit more jacked. But I love the look of the disc armor that he's got going on here. I don't know why these are gold, these are black, but whatever. I love the from the knees down of the armor. That looks really cool. I love this blue and gold look together. There's so many really cool blue and gold looking characters and armor colors and sets like that. I just really like this look together. Looks weird, but at the same time pretty cool. I do like the look of the gold though. It's a little more yellowy than I probably would have liked, but honestly, works out pretty well. So really quick, let's take a look at the accessories this guy comes with, and then we'll take a look at the figure himself. So accessory-wise, you do get Stormbreaker here. I agree with this being Stormbreaker. I think it's a shame that they called it this in case they ever introduced Beta Ray Bill. I wish he had his proper hammer. I wish he had Mjolnir or something else. They just gave him something new instead of Stormbreaker. They could have called it Stormbringer or something like that instead of Stormbreaker. But whatever. Yeah, pretty cool looking. It's a cool looking sculpt. It just needs to be thicker. There's no reason this thing should be as flimsy as this is. And then you get the one extra hand. You get one fist for the right side here, which makes no sense. So he's got one gripping hand here, and then an open lightning power hand. I'm gonna grab a weapon type thing hand here. I think this figure, for I believe also not coming with a Build-A-Figure piece. Granted, this is probably all new sculpt. I think they should have just sculpted the other fist for the left side. Honestly, could have sculpted this hand for this side and could have made one of these hands over here. I don't know why we didn't get more accessories. I think it's kind of a shame and a bummer. Probably budget wise, they had to budget out somewhere. Being a lot of new sculpt, they just decided that. But whatever. And I think it's also a shame that we didn't get a unmasked head sculpt with this Thor, because now it makes it to where you steal the Ravager head. This helmet doesn't make sense on the Ravager body. So then you almost need two Ravager Thors, and then you just have one jacked up looking, partial civilian looking Thor. But whatever, that's that's what it is. One thing I do notice with the helmet look here is the eyes look almost cross-eyed because like let's see, let me get this light over here a little bit more. For a better look. But yeah, he almost looks a little cross-eyed, right? Because the helmet's so thick in the middle, between the eyes. It's just such a thick point there that the eyes are so centered, and you could hardly see this one. So yeah, I like the hair sculpt on the back though. That's pretty nice. The paintwork on it's pretty good. A little darker in person than on camera. But I almost wish she had neutral, just straight down hair instead of the wavy. Like the wavy action hair is cool, but like it's just, I don't know. But head, like articulation wise, he could move, like he could look down that much, but he's not gonna get up at all. The cape and the hair stop him, so he's just a very straightforward look. Shoulders do move up that far. You could do a full 360 with them, but you got to watch out for the upper part and the cape. So the full 360 is going to be a little bit hindered. You got the upper bicep cut as well. Double jointed elbows to get you up and close that much. Very nice, like this armor look here. Wrists do swivel and hinge. This is a horizontal hinge on the right side. The left side is also horizontal. The fist is also horizontal, so no vertical hinges anywhere. You do get an upper diaphragm joint, which gets you back that far and forward only that much, so not really forward at all. I did see there's some sort of modification where this is like a dumbbell joint in here where you could like take this off, do some dremeling down in this bit, like in the top, and it's completely hidden. Like this black piece right here gets dremeled like more back by the hole where like the peg goes into, and yeah, you could do some shenanigans in there to get more range. You do get some alright side to side as well, so pretty nice. No waist cut, nothing like that throughout here. Legs do get up that far, hindered by like the skirt pieces. Back little bit maybe. You get the upper thigh cut right here. Pretty nice looking sculpt work throughout on the under like armor. It's just black. There's really no detail in there, which is a shame. I feel like this probably should have been like maybe like a blue trim around this, or this should have been like blue in here. I don't know. I feel like to give them more color, this should have been yellow or blue. But either way, I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen the movie yet. We don't know what this armor fully looks like. It does look like some gold is missing on my side of the leg there. Double jointed knees only get you up that much. Wish it was a little bit more. No boot cut, nothing like that. Ankles do go back that far, forward that much, and then he does have wonderful ankle pivot as always. Very nice. I really like the look of this Thor though, I will say. I think this could even possibly bypass as a comic book Thor, but I don't really have the head sculpt for that. But yeah, this is a very nice looking armor. He does stand just over 7 inches tall to just about 7 inches tall. Come on, get in there. Yeah, just over 7 inches tall to the top of these. So, pretty good height. Let's see him next to some other lines. We got the Star Wars Black Series Captain Rex. Our G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes. Our Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Let's move him back a little bit. So we get Power Rangers Dino Thunder, G.I. Joe. Here he is with another Marvel Legend. This is the comic book symbiote Spider-Man. So there's your look at Thor with him, which is, I think, a pretty good representation. Like, you know, Spider-Man's like, I think, kind of 5'11", 6'1", something like that. So, here he is with the other Hasbro brand, the Fortnite Victory Royale Scientist. So there you go. There's your look at them together. We got a Mezco Stealth Iron Man. Pretty good height-wise. I mean, he probably could be a little bit taller with him. Mafex Batman. Oh boy, what else we got? We got our SH Figuarts Goku, Figma Samus. So those two look a little bit short. We got our Jazzware Victory, or not Victory Royale. That's the Jazzware Fortnite line. The 1000 Toys Master Chief, Jazzware Master Chief, and McFarlane Space Marine. So there you go. There's a look at them next to all those lines size-wise. I'm sure we'll probably get one of these Thor appearances in Fortnite. I know I say it a lot, but Fortnite gets everything, so we'll probably get a skin of one of these, I'm assuming at some point maybe in there. Let's take a look at him next to some other figures from this wave that I did pick up. Here he is next to the Mighty Thor, Jane, and the Ravager Thor. This is pretty cool look. It's like more of a civilian Hemsworth, not really like, I mean, I could almost see this as just not being Thor. Like, granted, too, if you get this for the head sculpt and you put this head sculpt on here, you have a relatively decent body here. I mean, you could just paint these black if you wanted to, and then you just have a very generic looking, like, kind of biker looking body almost. But yeah, we're gonna get Jane out of there. We'll do a review on her. She'll probably be coming up next. Or Ravage Thor. I don't really know what route I'm going with these. But here's a look at a couple other Thors together. So we have Ravager, we have the armor, we have Infinity War, or Endgame, Bro Thor, and then we have like the Infinity Saga armored like battle Thor from Endgame as well. So we're going to do a couple head swaps really quick. Now, this head doesn't really make sense to go on any of these other Thor bodies, but we're going to see what Thor heads work here. Now, I don't have the short hair Thor from the Collapsidian wave at my disposal right now. I don't know where that head sculpt is, and the non-sunglasses head is on that Collapsidian wave's body, so I can't do any like head swaps there. So we'll see if this head works on this body. So if you do want a like Bro Thor looking head on there, head swap does work. You can do that. It looks a little out of place, but the one without the sunglasses might work. But if you want that, it works. There you go. If you want this head, now this head almost looks a little smaller, so I don't know how this will work, but yeah, the head looks a little small, but honestly, that is kind of cool. If you want, like, if you want to say this is like a comic book Thor or something like that, like powered up without a helmet on, like I feel like you could bypass that. Granted, now you're left with a little bit chunkier of a body for Thor without a head, though. But you could just maybe take the sunglasses-less head of this and put it on that body, which would work. So I feel like that could work. So let's take that head back off, and then the head swap that a lot of people probably want to see if you haven't seen it already. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people buying 2 Ravager Thors just for this reason, and I know Hasbro did this on purpose because it wouldn't make sense, like why they do this otherwise, why we didn't get a head sculpt for Hemsworth without the helmet on here, and that is, honestly, that is perfect. I think it's just a bummer that we didn't get a head sculpt like this for this body. Like, honestly, like, just give us this head sculpt with a meaner or like a yelling face or a gritting teeth or something like that on this body. That is a perfect Thor. That is a really good Hemsworth head sculpt. Like, honestly, that's awesome. I almost want multiple of this Ravager Thor just for this head sculpt over and over again, because, like, we've got the older Thor from the Sif 2-pack, and that one, like, you know, it's kind of like that one would work. Like, this head doesn't really work on this body. I feel like it looks, I like this, the head just looks so small in this body in general. But if you want to put them in the bathrobe or on the bathrobe body, I mean, looks a little out of place, looks a little small, but honestly, this is such a good head sculpt. I wish I had the other bodies around here that I could, like, test it on, but I don't know where my Sif 2-pack Dark World Thor is, but I feel like I want more of this figure just for the head sculpt. But yeah, so yeah, I'm probably not going to do that same head swapping over in the Ravager Thor look video. So if you are interested in seeing these swaps, you know, for him, they're going to be in this video. So if you're not watching this video, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this helpful. I really think these two are a must-have together. If you don't like the look of this helmet, which I like it, but if you like this head sculpt and you like this body, like, I mean, maybe it's even worth getting two of these figures each just to swap the head onto this body. Then you have an extra suit here, and you have two good looking. You got an armored Thor, a unhelmeted Thor. But yeah, these are must haves together, in my opinion. So for the price point of $22.99 to $24, $25.99, or $19.99, whatever these are priced at. I think this is an awesome figure. I think this is a phenomenal Thor. I think it's one that you probably should get for your shelf because it is going to be one of the better looking Thors in my opinion. And if you're a customizer, just swap this to silver. Do some paint work here, make these discs silver or something like that. Do some changing up on the armor colors, and then bam, you got a really cool looking MCU custom Thor, or like, maybe then you get a comic book one, or you find a cool looking comic head and you swap it on the body, then you get an awesome one. You could probably cut the cape off somewhere and do a cloth cape. There's just so much you could do with this figure. I think this is going to be an amazing customizer figure, and I feel like it just works in both comic and MCU. I just wish he came with more accessories. With no Build-A-Figure piece, kind of a bummer. But I still think this is a must-have for any MCU collector. So that's gonna do it for me today. Hopefully you guys did find this helpful. Hopefully this did help you in any way. If you are new and haven't done so already, would always appreciate a like and subscribe on the video. It does help me out a lot. I do greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys all so much for whoever has done it so far. I'm really excited for this movie. I don't know what I'm more excited for because I am recording this on the 2nd of May. So this is 4 days before Multiverse Madness comes out. But I don't know what I'm more excited for, Thor or Doctor Strange. I kind of almost am leaning towards Thor because I just want to see what they got going on in this movie. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know in the comments below. Are you going to get this figure? Are you excited for this movie? What's your most wanted figure out of this whole wave? Mine was probably this one and Jane Thor. I didn't pick up anybody else. I'll get them later. I'm just trying to ease into it. I feel like some of those might go on sale, maybe, like especially Star-Lord. I don't think he's going to be that desirable. But yeah, so I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good one, everyone.